And welcome back to Slushie Review. This is Keith.
And this is Chris.
And what's that voice?
I don't know.
Okay, I like it. You can do it the whole episode?
I can try.
No.
I'm going to do I can't do it.
I don't like it that much now.
I don't like it at all, to be honest.
I didn't want to say it like that, but yeah,
I don't like it at all.
The first time I was like, oh, no. Anyway, today, spoiler alert, we are reviewing Blue Beetle, new DCU movie.
Are you saying DCU or DCEU? Because which is what they're using now?
Few word, say few word, say a lot word, few word do trick.
Okay.
So DCU.
Okay.
Yeah. SeaWorld.
Ocean, China, jump,
fish. SeaWorld. No, it's on when I looked it up, it said DCU. So I don't know if that's the new. I don't know. They mentioned Superman. They also mentioned the Flash
and Batman.
Did they mention Batman?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
George Lopez said it.
I heard him say Superman and the Flash. He did say Batman was a fascist.
And I heard the name Bruce Wayne spoken in Spanish at one point. Like in a sentence where someone was speaking Spanish, I heard them also say Bruce Wayne.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Cool. Stupid, but cool.
Named Ben Affleck.
So Blue Beetle, went to go see it today. Brand new movie. Didn't know we were going to see it today, but
almost didn't see it.
Almost didn't see it.
Almost couldn't find it in theaters
but
because they're doing such a good job keeping it under wraps.
Yeah.
Apparently.
But out of the blue, we end up seeing it. And
I like it.
Thank you. Either way, we're drinking slushies today.
Oh yeah.
The large swallows.
Oh.
Today I'm drinking cherry and blue raspberry. What do you got, Chris? Let the people know.
As is my usual. I got the old cherry cola, old cherry Coke.
And the Coke wasn't bad.
No, it had the light on that said "Do not use."
It said "Don't use."
It didn't even say like "Not ready yet" or give it time. But it said "Don't use it."
It said "Don't use me, baby."
I used it, and it was fine. Tastes good to me.
Don't butter me up, Buttercup.
If I'm dead tonight, blame it on that, I guess.
Blame it on the cocaine?
Yeah, blame it on the cocaine.
Nice.
Blame it on the red light on the fucking
district
machine at 7-Eleven.
9/11.
Yes.
I don't want to blame it all on 9/11.
Certainly didn't help things.
I don't want to blame it all on 7-Eleven. That's a good sentence, though. I don't want to blame it all, but it didn't help.
But it didn't help. Yeah.
7-Eleven's food didn't help. We should have got
a
a pizza.
Fresh baked pizzas, man. We could have.
We should have got a pizza.
We could have. It only takes like 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Yeah, it was 2 minutes, right? Yeah. I was about to say 6.
I thought it said 2.
You're right. I think it was 2.
I don't know if I want a 2-minute pizza.
The one that Hank Pym made looked pretty good.
That's fair.
Also, the one in Back to the Future, which you've never seen,
correct,
also looked pretty good. So,
to be fair, pizza in most movies looks pretty good. Like the pizza,
I agree.
Pizza in the Ninja Turtles movies.
Whoa.
In the first one, when he fucking Leonardo cut up in midair and the slice lands on Master Splinter's head, and then they like added cheese dripping down his head, like that was coming from beneath the slice of pizza. I was like, if there was that much cheese on that pizza, for one, delicious.
Same.
2, also I might die from cheese.
Oh, okay. Well,
but
if you gotta go,
if I gotta go,
I
can think of worse ways to go.
Might as well be in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Moist with cheese.
Yes. Delicious.
Same. Blue Beetle. We'll be back with a word from Uncle Jack. Thank you for listening. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure you follow us at Slushie Review on Twitter at Slushie Review. You can also check us out on YouTube. Just search Slushie Review. We pop up. We're the first result. And then check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And also, coming soon, Instagram. Follow us on IG.
The gram.
At Slushie Review Podcast.
Yes.
We just started it. Need some followers. Need some likes. All right, welcome back. Just to wherever we're at. We're gonna go with Chris with a young cast of Blue Beetle.
All right.
2023.
Today, we watched the Blue Beetle 2023. In this current year that we are recording this.
In the new DC.
In the DC.
No E.
E or without E, U, whatever James Gunn's doing.
Sans E.
No Gould.
E's dead.
Because apparently this movie came out or was ready before James Gunn took over.
Really?
And was like, yeah, this was announced way before he came in. So apparently, like, I just read a thing on IMDb about it that said, according to him, it takes place in the DC EU, the extended universe, which may or may not include half the shit he has planned, but it's not in universe. So it is and isn't, but he also planned on including him in this role in a future project. So it sounds like it has to be connected. I don't know what the fuck James Gunn is on, but nevertheless, as the Blue Beetle, Jaime Reyes.
He's doing terrible.
I don't know what he's doing.
James Gunn's doing terrible. He made Guardian of the Galaxy 3, and then he does this.
And then whatever he's doing here.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like, I feel like, sorry, I'm going to get back to you, Blue Beetle. Half of these movies, like, The Flash was basically done before we already knew Flash was coming out before fucking James Gunn took over. We knew about this movie before James Gunn took over.
Fair.
And we knew about Shazam 2 before James Gunn took over.
Yes.
Anything after that, who the fuck knows what's going to happen?
No, we knew about Aquaman 2.
Oh, yes, and Aquaman 2, thank you.
And
Joker 2. And Joker 2, which may or may not be included. Who the fuck knows anymore?
No, that wasn't included. But that's still coming out.
We knew that was happening with Warner Brothers, DC, whatever, before James Gunn. So, like, some of these movies were announced, and I'm guessing we're at least partially through production or finished.
Are they making Aquaman 2 still?
I don't.
Nobody knows.
I don't.
Oh, at least I don't know.
I don't fucking think James Gunn knows what he's doing.
Nobody knows anything. And that's the problem. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's like, oh, I'm marveled out. What else we got? Hunger Games?
No thanks. Dune?
Dune?
Also passed, to be fair.
A sandstorm?
Yeah.
Where they're breathing out of one nostril? I could do that at my own home.
If I want to watch space movies set on a desert planet, I will watch Star Wars.
Facts.
Any trilogy. They have it. They have Desert Planet.
100%.
So I can get it somewhere else.
And in each trilogy, someone's going to get their arm cut off.
Yep.
I know what I'm going to get.
Yeah. I like it.
Palpatine's going to be in each of
It's
them.
comfortable.
Each trilogy.
Yeah, easy.
So, I know where I'm going.
He's going to die in 2 out of the 3 of them.
Yeah, fair. And almost die in the other one.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, technically Palpatine, I guess, did die in the first one.
They're just going to melt him a little bit.
Yeah, they had the, you know, easier, you know, either way.
All right. Jaime Reyes. Apologies to anyone whose names I destroy with my
Oh, if that's all I had to do,
my-
I could have did it.
Caucasian language. Jaime Reyes. Jolo Maraduena as the Blue Beetle. Jenny Cord. Bruna Marquezine. Kajida, the voice of the Scarab, or the Scarab itself, however you want to talk about
Don't
it.
mess this up.
Becky G. That was a close one. Alberto Reyes, Jaime's father, Damian Alcazar, Uncle Rudy Cesar Reyes, George Lopez, who is not someone I really think about a lot in terms of like comedians or actors or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I liked him in this. Apparently he's going to be in, I thought it was the Toledo area, but I had to look at the thing again. He's going to be up in Detroit at like one of the casinos doing stand up. I was like, good for him, keeping it up. Nana Reyes, Adriana Barraza as Jaime's sister, Milagro Reyes Belisa Escobedo as his mother, Rocio Reyes Elpidia Carrillo, and then as Victoria Cord, that old bitch, Susan Sarandon, who honestly, in all the trailers for this movie, I thought it was Sigourney Weaver for some reason.
It's understandable.
And I was like, it could be either one of
Yeah.
them. As not Dr. Sanchez, Harvey Guillen, he is fucking hilarious. He is on What We Do in the Shadows. He's funny as shit. I love him on that show.
I'll be honest, I didn't know who the fuck they were talking about until right before he died. I was like,
oh, they kept saying Sanchez.
Bro, I had no idea. I'm like, who the fuck are you talking about? And then every time I saw him, I'm like, okay, the lackey. I had no idea he was a doctor. I had no clue.
Yeah.
But anyway.
He's great. I like him a lot. As Carapax, Raul Max Trujillo, who I didn't see him in the trailer for the movie, but when I heard his voice, like with all the effects on everything, I'm pretty sure I said at one point it was going to be Danny Trejo under the suit.
Yep.
It was not him. So, fool me once.
But he does look like him, honestly. To me. Well, to be fair, he looked like him in the movie. He looked more like Danny Trejo in the movie. Because like he had like kind of like the longer hair. He had the scarred up face.
Yeah, I would say with like the scars and the facial hair and everything. Yeah, I see it.
Not because he's Hispanic.
Right.
But also. Maybe because he's Hispanic.
I don't remember seeing this person in the movie, so I'm going to end it. I know there's probably someone in the neighborhood. I'm going to end it there because the rest are people in the neighborhood or dude 1, 2, or 3 or security tech 1, 2, or 3. One of them's a stand-up comedian, Felipe Esparza. Aside from that, I don't think there's anyone that I recognize or seems notable. To me, at least. Is there anyone in there that you recognize or would like to be recognized? 'Cause I don't think there's anybody else in there for me.
No. But I assume the guy you're talking about, I think these were all just like either random people or there was a party scene that we missed.
Well, the security guys were in the security office when they took over the thing and were showing that TV show. There's like 4 dudes in there like laughing at it.
I thought you were talking about the Jorge guy. Was that not who you're talking about? When you said you didn't see him?
I'm guessing he was one of the neighbors.
Yeah, well, because it says Tio,
yeah,
and then right under it says like 2 Tios.
Yeah, there's like aunts and uncles to people.
Was that who you're talking about? You said you didn't see?
Yeah, like it says he was in it. I'm guessing like a lot of these people were in the neighborhood scenes, like when they were having the wake thing for the dad at the end.
Yep.
That's what I'm guessing they showed up in.
Yeah. No, I didn't see anybody else who.
I didn't see Kurgan in there, so I'm good.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no.
All right, well, then I am going to tag in Keith for the plot in that hot tag for the plot of Blue Beetle.
Okay, so Blue Beetle is a DC property that I never heard of Blue Beetle, honestly. Never, not once. And I remember when it came out, I was like, man, that looks sweet. I'm trying to think, when did the trailer come out? Did it come out before or after The Flash? Or around the same time? Because literally I
want to say before. Or like the first trailer?
Of Blue Beetle?
Yeah, or The Flash.
Blue, whatever. Either way. Any of them.
I feel like Blue Beetle's trailer may have come out after. Or it didn't even get a trailer. I think it just got like a, hey, we're making this movie.
Something like that. Well, either way.
Because that Flash trailer came out a long time. Or like anything for the Flash came out a long time ago.
Yeah, that's fair. So I guess I just mean like the actual trailer. So because that's what I'm thinking. Because I just was listening to, it was either Ant-Man Quantumanium or the one right before that we did, which was either Wakanda Forever or something else in the movies. It was maybe Black Adam or Dark Phoenix, one of the two. But either way, it was one of those 3 because I just listened to all 3 of those last night. And I was like, Chris, I just saw the trailer and I was pissed about the Flash trailer. Because it was so fucking good.
Yes.
And
I remember that.
But then Blue Beetle,
because you said you didn't want to see it, and then you saw the trailer.
And I saw the trailer, and I was like, goddamn Ben Affleck.
Guess what movie we haven't seen?
Guess what movie we did not go see? Because I think, well, what happened? Was I sick or you sick or something? Like, we were supposed to go see it one week and we didn't.
We were going to see it for a hot minute, and I think like 1 week it was you, 1 week it was me, and it just didn't materialize.
Then it was just like, I don't even care.
I don't feel. Yeah, I know.
Then it was like bad
my life
reviews.
hasn't suffered.
100%.
My quality of life has not decreased.
And then I said it. When did I say it? When we were at the movies, I was like, we haven't seen Flash, and you were like, nah.
Yeah, and we were like, nope. But guess what? Apparently, didn't matter that we didn't see.
Same.
Because I didn't see.
I heard it was so terrible.
I saw things giving it like a 6 out of 10, which I've seen worse. I've seen things giving it a 7 out of 10. I've seen things giving it a 10. So we'll see.
Here's the thing. The only thing I know.
When it hits Max, I'll watch it at some point.
Is it not already on there?
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought it was.
Let's see.
That's the reason why I said, we haven't watched it yet. I thought it was already on.
Let's see.
Maybe it's not, though. Because my son was like, I haven't seen The Flash. I'm like, well, I think it's out. You can go see it. He said this to me like 2 weeks ago. I was like, it better not still be at the movie theater because it was terrible. But.
All right. All watch options. No.
Not yet.
According to this quick Google search, you can rent, I'm guessing buy it or rent it, I don't know, for $20.
It's worth it. Either way, Blue Beetle. So, like I said, I never heard of the character or whatever. So I saw the trailer. Thought it looked amazing. But either way. So Blue Beetle is about a young were they Mexican? Because they said they were Mexican, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay. So about a young Mexican family. The guy, what was his name? What was his name? Jaime. Jaime.
Yeah.
And no, because I was about to say Jamie, and then I was like, no, that's not what they said.
I don't want to be that good.
Yeah, right. I don't want to be that lady. Okay, Jamie.
You go sit down, Jamie.
You bitch.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a young guy by the name of Jaime. He just graduated college, comes home, finds out that his family is dead broke, and he didn't know because he's the first one to graduate college, and he just came back home and whatever. Well, he ends up. We realize that in the city of Palmera City, there is this corporation called Cord. And it's a big corporation and it's surrounding the entire city. It's an evil corporation. It has to be. And they're buying out everything. They're also about to lose their home because of Cord. They probably lost the auto shop that they owned because of Cord. And he goes to go get a job there because he was working at the home of the Cord person, of Victoria Cord. Ended up getting fired, and he ends up meeting Jenny Cord, which is Victoria Cord's niece, and he finds out, or Jenny was like, hey, I'm sorry you got fired, because he was trying to protect her. Why don't you come to my office tomorrow at the Cord Towers, and I'll give you a job. So he said, okay, cool. Goes to the tower. She steals this scarab that the entire movie is about, this Blue Beetle scarab. And the only reason why I know what a scarab is from The Mummy. Shout out to Fraser. That's literally the only reason why. I don't know anything else about scarabs. I just know that it's like an Egyptian thing. That's it. But either way, so she steals this Blue Beetle. It's a foreign, it's an alien thing. It's an alien artifact or technology, and the Cord Corporation has it, and they're trying to unlock the power for it. Jenny Cord steals it. She gives it to Jaime. He unknowingly touches it, and it comes to life because he gets to choose the person it comes to life for, and the scarab chooses Jaime. And the tagline for the movie is, he's a superhero, whether he likes it or not. And then, we get every origin story movie. He fights the same, and blah, blah, blah. So, that's basically it, though. It's a movie, and we'll talk about it. So, with that being said, let's get into some likes, and we'll go from there. Young Chris, would you like to start first, or would you like me to start first?
You start first.
First, like, color scheme. I like the look of the movie. It almost looked like an 80s movie.
I wrote 80s vibes. Not the first thing, but it is on my list.
Because of the pink, like hot pink or neon
the
pink.
Blue, the purple.
Yes.
Yes.
And then it kind of didn't look like that. But it looked like that, like the beginning.
Yeah, like the logo, 100%.
The logo, the lights.
The skyscrapers having like the neon signs that might also have been like light projections or whatever on top of them. The helicopter having like purple LED fan blade things on them.
Oh, Victoria's one? Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is the vibe. Especially like in the beginning when they were doing like the Scarab flying through space. And I was like, I like the vibe.
Yeah.
And then we get to the actual city and that vibe's kind of gone. But I'm like, oh, okay. This could be Wonder Woman 84. Could be. It's not, but it could be. This could be the Barbie movie. Could be, but it's not. But yeah, I like the color scheme.
Okay. Yeah, I will join in on that with you and expand upon it to
Welcome.
the color scheme, yes. The setting, I was getting like GTA Vice City kind of feel of it.
It's the 80s, baby.
The soundtrack, a lot of synth, which you know I love, a lot of keyboards. Fucking Jenny was wearing a white blazer, white sport jacket.
That's Miami Vice.
100%. Roll those sleeves up. 100%.
Cocaine, baby.
But like, yeah, the color scheme, the sound, the setting, the wardrobe, like her jackets, Jaime wearing that fucking blue tracksuit pajama thing.
Yeah.
I got like big time 80s feel off of it.
It made me feel as though this character had to have been created in the 80s.
Yeah.
That's what I'm assuming. And I don't know anything about the character, but I assume just because of the vibe.
Yeah.
And like you said, with the tracksuit, her wearing that, I'm like, there's a vibe that this character was created.
I liked it.
And I liked it. I agree. Yeah.
I liked it.
I agree with myself, yes. I liked it too.
Good idea. Good idea. Glad I had it. Yeah. Glad I thought of it.
Same. But that was my first like.
Okay. First thing I wrote, Gotham Law School. Because that was what was on the back of the jacket, or the hoodie that he was wearing when he came home. It said Gotham Law.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
See, I don't be looking at
So I don't know. I'm assuming that means he went to school in Gotham City. Must not have committed any crime because they didn't come home in a cast. No one fucking broke his legs for stealing a candy bar or some shit. So, but no, I liked it. That was just a quick
Stealing
one.
a Wonka bar.
Yeah. Oh. Stealing a bad acting bar.
Still in a Timmy Chalamet bar.
God, keep it. It's white. It's white chocolate with nothing in it.
More white. What flavor? No flavor, just white.
Not even the crispy rice, just like regular rice, like cooked rice in white chocolate.
Just crunchy.
Yeah, no, it's cooked. It's just like mushy. No, I thought that movie looked stupid.
Wonka?
Yes.
I know, you really did.
Sorry.
I think it looked terrible.
I saw a trailer for that movie, but someone redid it with fucking Gonzo from Muppet Christmas Carol, because in that movie he wears like a jacket, a scarf, and a top hat.
Yes.
And they just like use scenes of that movie instead. And I was like, I like this better. Because then I watched it, and I hadn't even seen the regular trailer yet. I was like, this is better. And then I watched the regular trailer, and I was like, I
was right.
This is not going to be fun. I mean, it might be fun for some people.
Yeah.
I don't have this feeling toward the whole Willy Wonka thing of like, oh, take me back to my childhood. Because in my childhood, that movie was scary.
I loved it.
The boat scene especially was scary. I was a little creeped out by the Oompa Loompas, which might be insensitive of me to say, but they were... I didn't appreciate that movie. They were killing children, which nowadays, fine with it. As a child, I was like, that could have been me.
As a child, I was like, I'm cool with this.
Yeah, as a child, I was like, that could be me. Because
I know some children that likes candy. Chocolate River.
Guess who likes candy? Me. Guess who, as a child or an adult, might fall into a chocolate river if it's there with no guardrails or anything around it, and I'm trying to like.
It was a safety hazard. OSHA should
100%. Also, yeah, safety. The FDA, where the fuck were they at? Where was the FDA? Where was OSHA? And Willy Wonka was just eating the fucking teacup flowers while he was willingly putting these people in danger.
The funny thing is, what I think is that I was like, I looked at the movie and I was like, I don't think he's cheery enough. And I was like, but now that I think about it, Wonka wasn't really cheery.
No, he was cheery to a point, and then he was like, don't fucking touch anything in this factory or else. What if I do? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Oh, see what happens.
Fuck around and find out.
Try me.
Let me show you the graph.
Yeah.
Fuck around, find
me.
out.
I got all these little orange dudes to sweep up your fucking charred corpses.
To be fair, the Oompa Loompa who was Hugh Grant.
Yes.
Look, I liked it.
I mean, I couldn't tell you too many.
Why
things
was
I've
he in the
seen.
glass cage? I don't know.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you too many things I've seen Hugh Grant in.
why, but-
aside from
Glass Onion.
yeah, was that Glass Onion? The D&D movie. He was the villain in the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Oh, really?
And-
Did you see that? I didn't know you saw it.
Yeah.
Did you like
not
it?
in theaters. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was a fun time.
Chris Pine, right?
Even with Michelle Rodriguez in it.
Oh yeah, Michelle, you hate her.
I don't. Like
Yeah.
her. She plays she's so just the same in every
And she's also a terrible person. Apparently.
flat. Is she?
A couple months ago, she came out and was like, all we're doing is just making movies to please black people or something. She went off on a rant. I was like, God damn. Yeah, she was. It was like she was leaving a club and she was wasted, and I was like, well,
Huh.
It was right after I saw Fast X 2, and I was like, is she gonna die again?
She's in all those, isn't she?
She's in not everybody's in 3, Tokyo
That's the
Drift,
Tokyo Drift one. Okay.
and she's not in like 4 and 5 or 5 and 6.
Okay, so
'Cause she's
not in
dead.
a few of them,
Yeah, she's dead.
but then they all come back.
Well, then she comes back
Then
because she's not dead.
And Vin Diesel gets all the Infinity Gems,
Snaps her back in
revs his engine, and they all come back. They all open portals and drive through. Okay.
And then Tyree says, on your left.
And, you're like- and then Paul Walker,
He doesn't come back.
he comes back.
He got. Let me stop.
He was.
He got thrown off the cliff.
He was
You know
War
what?
Machine.
I don't feel bad because here's the thing. You know what? He did die, and everybody was sad about it. But he died in a car accident, which everybody's like, oh, he died. You got to be sensitive. He was going 160 miles an hour. There was somebody else in the car with him, and they both died in a fiery car crash.
That is irresponsible.
That's irresponsible. Also,
Who was the other person that died?
somebody he knew, like his friend. Also, he was a groomer, like his like baby's mom or something. At the time that he died, was like 18. He was 40. Like that. Like so,
Hey, my guy. I never claimed him.
That's what I'm saying.
I never knew who he was until he died. Then I was like, oh, Paul Walker. Like, who the fuck is that? Who's Paul?
Where'd he walk to?
Where'd he walk in? He should have been walking. He should have been a walker. He shouldn't have been a driver. Is what he shouldn't have been. Sorry. Don't speak ill of the dead.
Why not?
Now, what are they gonna do?
Say it. Anywho, you did your like?
Yes.
My
your
like.
turn, yeah.
Uncle George Lopez. That's what I wrote. Uncle George Lopez.
Uncle George Lopez. Agreed.
He was funny in the very beginning when he was talking about like he was like, "Hey, get in the car. They're bugging us. They don't know. Let's go." And I was like,
"Get on, give me a hug." No, there's facial recognition everywhere. The FBI is gonna come after us.
Yes.
That balloon. Oh, it's a boy. Great. There's a bug in there. Get out of there. Yeah. He was funny as shit.
and then he ended up getting even better as the movie went along. I was like, I can't write him down twice, can I? I could. It's my rules.
You could.
But I didn't. But he was great the entire movie. And he called his truck the Taco. And I thought that was funny. And then he called it Taco because the truck was a Tacoma. And it spells taco. It had nothing to do with the fact that it was like he was Mexican. It's because it was Tacoma. It had nothing.
I didn't put that together until he said it later in the movie.
When he said Tacoma, that's when I figured it
the Tacoma, and I was like,
because I didn't know what kind of truck it was.
Yeah, I don't know shit
as soon as he said Tacoma, I was like, Tacoma?
Yep.
I was like, oh my God. This is dumb. It's stupid. I felt like Kentucky Fried KFC. What is his name? Colonel KFC?
Colonel Sanders?
Detective KFC.
Oh.
I felt like he's like, oh my God, it's brilliant. No, it's not. It's stupid.
It's just stupid.
It's just stupid.
It's so stupid, it's brilliant. No, it's just stupid.
Literally, I was like, this is dumb, but I love it.
Yeah.
And then there was something else he did too. He did a lot in the movie, and he was hilarious.
Yeah. I agree 100%. I did not think he was dead.
Oh, I definitely did.
When he got shot at.
100%.
I was like, he's fine. He's dead. Dad's already dead. He can't lose two people in the same
Yeah,
movie.
that's what I thought too.
You can't lose two people in the same movie. You can't lose Uncle Ben and Aunt May in the same movie. You can't kill them both.
Right.
So,
it's like Spider-Man across the what's it called?
Across the Spider-Verse.
What's the first one?
Just Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse. He can't lose Uncle Aaron and his dad.
Yeah.
In the same canon event.
Can't be done.
We gotta space those out to two movies. Yeah. Now George Lopez might die in the second Blue Beetle.
If they make another one.
But he can't die in the first one when the dad died.
I'd watch it.
I'd watch it too. So.
Yeah. Yes,
Maybe.
I agree.
We'll let you know.
I thought George Lopez was funny as shit.
Yes.
It was in the trailers or someone mentions Batman. He's like, oh, Batman's a fascist.
I didn't even know that.
And then, but in this movie, he's like, Batman's a fascist. Blue Beetle had a sense of humor, and I was like, that's fucking funny. Because guess who is not funny? Fucking Batman. More often than not, Batman is not funny. No, he was great.
Yeah.
Jaime called him the Mexican Doc Brown.
I heard that.
Because he built like the fucking security jammer thing. He's like, I didn't know how to do it. He's like the Mexican Doc Brown. He can build anything.
Yeah.
And I like that it kind of came out of nowhere. You're like, oh, it's like he's like a laser, like laser grids, this and that. I got something that can help. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Give me an hour.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
I was like, who is this guy? And then he like, just
I know. I thought he was just like some like
I thought he was gonna be like just full of shit. He's
like a loser uncle.
Yeah, he's like, I got something to help. And they're like, what? The fuck am I gonna do?
And the best part
and then
was
he had something.
He made it.
Yeah.
He was like, hit the
and
switch.
It worked.
Hit the switch. Hit the switch. I am hitting the switch.
Hit the switch.
Oh, okay.
Kicks it a couple times. Come right on.
That's it. That's
got the touch. You just gotta.
Then he did it with the ship.
Hey, it's got a little Fonzie action.
Yeah. Then he kicked the ship to start. I was like, I love it.
Yep.
Sometimes you just gotta.
He was good.
Yeah.
When they found.
I love George Lopez.
When they found the old Blue Beetle's hideout underneath the mansion, and they're like, "Oh, what's this?" And he's like, "This is the old Blue Beetle's house. This is the old Blue Beetle page. Ted Kord was the old Blue Beetle." I didn't. He's like, "I never knew that. That's wild." They're like, "Who's Blue Beetle? Why is all this shit? Why does all this suits look terrible?" He's like, "He was like Batman, but worse, but also better because he hated Batman," which I thought was funny. Yeah, he was good.
I want to watch some cartoons of Blue Beetle now because I kind of want to see because apparently he was in some of the cartoons.
Yeah, he's in
cartoons.
He's in something called Young Justice.
Oh, is he?
And it's like this version of the Blue Beetle, and there's like the older one, which were the suits that we saw in the movie. It was like he had like goggle eyes and looked like just a dude in a jumpsuit type thing.
Okay.
And I think he was associated with a character called Booster Gold, who I think also would be fun to see in a movie. Who was like a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back in time and be a superhero in the present day.
Nice.
And I think that's awesome.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, because like, apparently the two of them would like team up and do shit together. I'd watch it.
That's funny.
But yeah, and also apparently the Miz wants to play Booster Gold in the movie, and I'd watch that. So
we gotta get the Miz at something.
Something couldn't be fucking Johnny Cage, which I'm not too happy about. But I'm not mad that it's Carl Urban, but I want it to be the Miz.
I'm still kind of upset at Carl Urban.
We'll see.
I'm only upset because they told me.
Because I know he can do no accent.
Who?
Carl Urban.
What does that mean?
Like I know he can ditch. Like in The Boys, like he's heavy accent. In
when you say no accent, what does that mean?
Well, I should say like no European accent. So to us, it would be like no accent. Like he can sound American because Johnny Cage is like an American actor.
Oh, okay.
It's like I know he can act without having like his natural accents.
I just realized that he wasn't American, so I didn't understand what you meant.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
Because like in Ragnarok, I don't think he really has much of an accent.
No.
So like he can do it.
So that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
the reason why I was like,
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about. No accent. I'm like, yeah, he doesn't have one. And then, fair.
Yeah. George Lopez is funny.
Yep.
Never really watched the show back. I mean, I watched the
I
show
used to
back in the
watch
day, but it wasn't one like, ooh, let's watch George Lopez. I'm like, it's on.
Because the beginning song was Lowrider, and I love
Yes,
that
it
song.
was.
Lowrider. And also that song was in Gone in 60 Seconds, and that's how they like got hype. And it was corny, but it was funny. But anyway, you're like,
Okay. My next one kind of goes in the same vein. I just wrote the Reyes family in general because it includes him because he was great. I thought his dad was very nice character, very heartfelt character. I expected him to have a heart attack in the movie.
100%.
Didn't expect him to die.
I knew he was gonna die.
I didn't expect him to die. I figured he'd have a heart attack. Probably be okay by the end of it. Didn't think he was going to die, but he died. I liked his return scene when Jaime was like dying and he was in the room with all the candles, but then there was like this field of candles outside the window. I thought that was really nice. I thought it looked really cool. His mom was good. His sister was funny as shit. Like, oh, where are you going? I'm going to take a shit in this luxury bathroom because you deserve a nice dump every now and then. Be my lookout. She was funny. She was sticking gum under the tables while he was scraping it off. Like, what are you doing? Keeping us employed. Job security. Job security. 100%. I liked her. The Nana. Nana was funny as shit.
Nana was great.
Who apparently just so happened to be a revolutionary back in the day, so knew a thing or two about storming fortresses and using secret tunnels. And
show me that tunnel.
Enhance. And like, zoomed in on it. And at the end of the movie, she had that fucking minigun like she was Jesse Ventura in Predator. All those people came in behind her, and Nana turned into a goddamn sexual Tyrannosaurus and just started fucking cutting them down in a hail of
Let me tell you
gunfire.
something about miniguns. Miniguns are impractical.
Not so many.
They're not many, but they're impractical. But in
cool,
any
though.
game, I'm gonna pick it up.
They're the one you want.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
They're impractical. They're not great with aiming, or what is it called? With accuracy.
Yeah, spray and pray, baby.
They're not amazing, but I'm gonna always pick it up.
Oh yeah.
And so like, but again, they're not good, but I'm gonna pick it up. Now maybe in real life they're great.
I'd rather have one of those in any game. I'd rather have that than like a pistol
100%.
or like a rifle or a
100%.
shotgun or something. Like, give me that one.
See, but like, because the last game I played anything like it was like Fortnite, and I'm like, oh, minigun, I'm picking up a minigun. Terrible in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Terrible. You can't aim. And people are building shit. It's
Yeah,
like,
I was saying,
alright,
Fortnite,
it's
you
dumb.
can like fucking jump around and build shit
it's
and all
dumb.
kinds of stuff.
But I'm gonna pick it up every time. I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna pick up the minigun.
Well, if I have it, then no one else can have it. So,
Well,
ideally,
I wish, but and then no one else wants it because it's a terrible weapon. I got this mini. I'm dead.
I'm dead. Yep. But no, I like the family in general, and I like the family theme like throughout the movie.
Yes.
Like, you knew that they were close. They all came to meet him at the airport. You got the vibe that like him and his sister were close because they worked together, or like she got him a job, and then she was like, "Get me a job." Then they did their little huddles. They're like, "Oh, I'm first one to graduate college," and the sister's like, "I'm the only one because I ain't going."
That was hilarious.
And like his little heartfelt talks with his dad about purpose. And then when his dad was dead and he was dying, he was like, "This is my." He's like, when they were alive, he's like, "It's still on it. What about you? What's yours?" "I haven't found mine yet. I'm still working on that." And then he died. He's like, "I think this was it to show you that this was yours." And I was like, "That's fucked up that it had to be that way, but it's working." I liked it. I like the family.
He did go to space. So,
Yeah, he did go to space.
so I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Fast and Furious, it's and everything.
I liked it.
I agree with you about family, so I wrote them down separately. But so I did Uncle George Lopez, I did the sister, and I did the grandma, and I agree. The mom was inconsequential, but
Yeah, she was there.
But the grandma, amazing. The sister, she was funny. She
Yeah.
was funny as shit, and I loved it. Because literally, I have the same dynamic with my sisters. Like, we just talk shit. But when it comes out to it, like, we're gonna hang out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be funny. I'm the funny one, to be fair. But if you guys don't know, hair flip. So it's gonna be me. But yeah, but no, it was a good time. The family dynamic was a good time, and what I really liked about it was the one. What was his name? What was the villain's name?
Oh, Carpaccio.
Carpaccio.
Yeah,
Is that what his name?
Carpaccio. Yeah.
What was I thinking about? I thought it was like Carpy Jacks or something.
Carapax.
Carapax. Wait.
Carpaccio, that's a food. Yeah, Carapax.
Okay, so it's not
Delicious. I have not eaten much today. Sorry.
Oh, Chris. I'm sorry.
I'm thinking food.
I was like, man, it was carb. I was like, wow, okay. I thought I was being ignorant.
No,
I ain't even
Carapax.
lie. I was like,
You're right. It's Carapax.
Carapax? Okay.
Yeah. This guy's making me hungry.
I honestly thought I was being insensitive. I was like, oh man, Carpaccio. Okay, that's like a span like Ossio, like Ignacio, whatever. I thought I was being insensitive. I was like, damn, I thought it was like, what did I say, Crappy Jacks or something?
Yes.
Whatever. I'm like, oh shit, I fucked up. And then you're like, oh yeah, it was. What was it again?
Carapax.
Carapax. I was like, wait a minute.
Not what I said earlier.
Carpaccio. So either way, the raw meat on a plate guy that you serve with toast points.
I would just eat those.
Chris, that's hilarious. I'm sorry. Chris is a funny guy. I don't know if you guys know. Intentionally or unintentionally.
I was going to say, not on purpose in that case.
He cracks me up, boy. Anywho, he kept saying to Jaime, you're weak because of the love of your family. Dom would tell you, and Jaime said at the end, I'm strong because of the love of my family. That's fair. Because they were, and here's the thing about Jaime, they were bigging him up at every single turn. I mean, hey, you just graduated. He's like, oh, we're going to put in hours. No, you just graduated. Oh, I'm going to have to quit, blah, blah, blah. No. You're good. Oh, I don't have to go to grad school. Why not? Go. Like, no matter what, they kept telling him, like, no, you're good. No, everything's great. Like, yeah, we're struggling, but you can make it. And, like, that's how they were immigrants. So that's how immigrant families work, too. They're like, hey, it's okay. We can struggle, but you can make it because we believe in you. And that's what family does. That's what family should do. I just said that. Family should do this. A lot of families don't do this, but a lot of families should do this. And then also like the fact that they respected that the daughter didn't want to go to school.
Yep.
It seemed like they respected it. So in the movie they respected it because she was like, "Nah, I'm good." And also it's 2023. I love the fact that you know, people, stupid people call it woke. I love the fact that the sister is a forward, progressive thinking person where she's like, I don't want to go to school. And they're like, well, you should go to, because they did say, like, oh, you should go to school. She's like, I don't want to be riddled with debt my entire life. And I'm like,
yep.
Damn, girl, you just said everything that I've been wanting to say since I got this debt. So, like, I love it because it's literally it's the facts. So, yeah, I agree. Family. Okay, my turn.
Yes.
Frankenstein / monster. That's what I wrote. So, Carpaccio and I can't remember the name now. I'm sorry. Carapax.
Yeah.
Is that what it?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Carapax. Okay, Carapax. Okay, got it. It's in there now. Maybe.
That's what she said.
Try not to laugh.
Got her.
Okay. Carapax and Victoria Cord. Well, I wrote that down. When did I write that down? Oh, right before he became OMAC. OMAC? And the first time. The very first time. Before him and Blue Beetle fought.
At the party?
Yep. And he was like, we're going to make you whole. And he was like, oh, what I've been through. She was like, oh, no. I know what you've been through. I built you up. I've seen you. We made you whole again. Like, you can tell, like, she was Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
He was the monster that she created. But at the end of the day, you knew she didn't care for him.
No, of course not.
But he didn't know that.
Yeah.
And you could tell. Because it's like that point. It's like Zangief. He was like, yeah. Until they were trying to transfer the Scarab power into him. And she goes, there's always sacrifice for the greater good.
Mm-hmm.
And he turned and looked like. And in my head, I was like, he's heard that before. As soon as he did that, I was like, he's heard that before. And he doesn't like that. Lo and behold, the Scarab, Kajida, was like, I access his memories. And they go through the memories. And she says it. Sacrifices for the... I was like, I knew it. Yes. And of course...
One of them just happened to be his mother.
Yeah. Man, they were dropping bombs like crazy. Oh, my God.
She got blowed up real good.
Real good. She dead.
Yeah. And then she turned him into a soldier.
And not only that, though, but then, like, he didn't even know that it was her fault that his mom died.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or at least he blocked it out or something. Because, like, it was kind of like the Ultron thing where he kind of blocked out his memory, but everything around him when he was going through the dirt, all of a sudden it said cord, everything, all the missiles, cord. And then now he got to remember that. And what he said then, sacrifice for the greater good.
He dragged that bitch into the fire.
He did. I was like, she about to burn up. But then he also
exploded. You won't suffer.
Listen.
You might actually, right? At first, because I'm going to drag you through this fucking fire.
She was like, no. I was like, girl. Oof.
That's what you get.
I'd have been like, just put the knife in.
That's what you get.
At one point, when he was bending down, I was like, oh, he's about to put a blade through her.
Yeah.
I thought that. And then he started dragging her. I was like, oh, he's about to put her through the fire. I was like,
I knew he was going to take the locket out of her pocket. With his wife, what I thought was of his wife and child.
I did too.
The first time.
Same.
And it turned out to be him and his mother. I thought he was just gonna grab that,
which makes it worse,
and like just fucking like toss her or like kill her or something right away. And instead, he just like blew them both up. I'm like, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, when she said, we was like, oh, what is he doing? He's like, he's maximizing internal power or something.
I was like, oh yeah, they gonna die.
She was like, we should back up.
Yep.
I was like,
now
I thought they were gonna be able to get away before he blew up. I was like, oh shit.
No.
Either way. So yeah, Frankenstein and a monster.
Nice.
And by the way, Frankenstein is a doctor, guys.
Yes.
So just to let you know. Your turn.
My turn. My turn.
Jim
Okay.
Left.
The last thing I wrote, I didn't write a ton. To be fair, I was just watching.
That's right.
Last thing I wrote was old Blue Beetle technology.
Ooh.
I thought that shit was cool. Had like a laser shield, had a power glove for one.
Yeah.
They turned into a laser shield. Hit a different button. It had this like fucking like
big
robot laser hand, which was sweet. That was fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Had like a blue utility belt. Had the
like Batman.
Had the bubble gum that did who knows what until they showed what it did later, which I thought was also fine. I like that. The suits, they're like, oh, those look terrible. It was a different time. Like that's what old like superhero TV. That's what his fucking suit looked in the comics. Like a dude in a blue fucking wetsuit with goggles on. Like that's kind of what it looked like. The ship the bug ship, whatever the fuck they were calling it, that was awesome. Because it looked kind of silly, but I liked it.
It did look kind of silly, but I thought it was sweet.
I like that.
And then when they got it to walk,
like the
Nightcrawler,
spray painted, was it Animo?
I honestly didn't know. I was going to ask you.
I thought it said Animal for a second, but then I realized as the movie went, they kept saying Animo, which I think means like move or like let's go. So that was like the license plate from his truck from the taco that got blown up, because they showed it a few times and I could never quite see what it said. I'm pretty sure that's what it said. So I like that they painted that on the front. And yes, when it started walking around and he fucking spiked through that man, I was like, that man is dead.
Oh yeah,
100%. He's
100%.
like, it's like I can't miss him. He's like just stomping on all of them. The sister's like 20 points, and he's like, and they showed that dude get stuck, and then he like started shaking him off, and he's like got him off there. Like that dude had a hole in him like the size of, I don't know, of a
big
fucking spike. I don't know,
of a big fucking that giant robot leg.
Dead.
Yes,
that I liked it. I thought the ship was.
It reminded me of Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Too.
I thought the ship was cool. I thought the laser hand was cool. Laser shield was cool. The Nana's fucking minigun was cool. Mm-hmm. I liked the old, like, gimmicky, quote, superhero technology stuff. The bubble gum that turned into, like, the crash landing protection thing. Mm-hmm. I thought that was cool. I like the old Blue Beetle gimmicks. I thought it was neat.
I agree. Yeah. Same. I agree. With that being said, I have a couple more likes.
Okay.
The claw was sweet.
His?
The villain's claw. First off, she was like, do the claw. And I was like, where's Jim Carrey at? I was like, get the claw. It's going to get you. It's going to get you.
See that? He struck a charm.
You see that? I was going to make the joke in the theater. I was like, let's save it. I was save it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Good luck. Struck the charm.
Good job. Bitch. Anyway, that dim light is a bitch. God damn, man, killing myself over here.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah, same. No, when they got the claw, they were in the helicopter, and his dad had a heart attack, and he was like, she was like, "Oh, they have a weapon. We should retreat." He is like, "No, they mess with my family." And I was like, oh, okay, I see the Dom vibes, Dominique Toretto vibes. I was like, I see it. And then all of a sudden, he fucking hit him with that claw, and it disabled his whole system shit. And I was like, oh, that was kind of sweet. I thought the claw was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't fucking move. That was sweet. I already said the grandma. The last two likes. The Matrix.
Okay.
Do you know where?
I don't think so, no.
When they showed the Olmec, yeah,
the units.
Yes.
Okay.
Looked just like the fucking Sentinels or whatever, or it looked kind of like wherever they were birthing the humans at. Like I was just like, the imagery just looked the same, and I was like, it fills my heart every time. I'm like, joy. The jail. Matrix isn't everything.
Jail.
Same. Straight to jail. Overcooked, undercooked. Believe it or not. Jail. Next one, Evil Metroid.
Ooh.
He looked like a fucking tank. He looked like a beast, but he looked like Evil Metroid to me. Like Carapax when he got all juiced up with the Scarab power.
When it finally fully kicked in form, and like the wires were like going into him and shit. Yes. Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
I was like, why does he look like Metroid? Then also, then I didn't write it down, but when he brought out that whip, I was like,
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2. Yep. Literally, I was like, this looks exactly like Iron Man. So I was like, what are we doing here? So I was like, we see the do we not see the similarities? So I was like, okay. Just saying.
Yeah, I liked Iron Man 2 though, so I'm not gonna be mad about it.
No, same. Because his helmet looked exactly the same as the guy from Iron Man 2.
I don't remember him wearing a helmet. I just remember the arm thingies.
He did wear a helmet for a little bit because there was only one suit. Because remember, what's the name wanted him to wear? He wanted them all to be suits, but he ended up making robots instead.
Oh yeah, the drones. Yeah, the drone heads. Yes,
they looked exactly like
the
Metroid suit.
That's right.
Because it was like a triangle.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what it looked like to me. I was like, oh, that looks sweet. It looks like Iron Man 2 though, and I like Iron Man 2.
I liked his look by the end of it. Yeah. I didn't think it looked bad like the first time he like suited up.
Yeah.
But I was like, there's a dude in jeans in that thing.
So I didn't even realize, like, I was like, oh shit, because I saw the trailer and I saw like him in the full thing. So when I saw him first, I was like, oh, okay, it kind of looks different. Yeah. I don't remember it looking like this, but I was like, okay, cool. Then they showed the back. I was like, wait, is this not a full suit?
Where's the rest of you?
Yeah, I was like literally like, because then I was comparing it to like the advertisement of it in the movie, and I was like, it's the Burger King thing. I was like, this doesn't look like that.
This movie's not done yet.
Don't be heating up the front of the burger.
Put them back in. It ain't done yet.
What about the back of the burger? The back of the burger's still frozen.
What burger?
I was like, okay, so he doesn't have a back. I was like, okay, so these are the people you wanted to be. This is the mech suit you want, but if they get shot in the back, they're dead.
Yep.
But they shot in the front, bulletproof.
Yeah, just not for the legs down.
Yeah. Get a shield just to protect the legs.
But by the end of it,
he was
wearing a fucking Megazord. He was a Gundam.
Yeah, he was just. Oh, also about the Matrix, he had to connect.
Plug,
he had to jack in. I was like, this is just good. I was like, this is good.
Nice.
Anyway, those are my likes.
Okay. I have one more. I didn't write it.
Go ahead.
Blue Beetle himself.
Oh yeah, I didn't say that. Yes, Blue Beetle.
I thought he was good.
Bro.
I liked Jaime. I thought he was a very like heartfelt character. I thought he was a fun character.
I thought he was good.
And then when he got the suit, I liked I kept getting Iron Man vibes because,
talking to
in the suit and like the AI and everything, but I liked that it was its own thing. I liked that it was like sentient and it wasn't like, well, pull up Friday or whoever, Jarvis, pull up whatever and we'll do this. It was like, what's happening? Oh, we're in space. Re-entry, what? And you're going like, oh, I like that it did its own thing. I like that it didn't listen to him at first. By the end of it, it stopped him from killing the guy.
I did like how it like learned,
because he was going to kill Carapax, and like because he says it throughout the movie when the suit's like, let's kill him, let's kill everybody around us. He's like, we're not killers. When he's fighting Carapax the first time, he's getting his ass kicked. Killers. He's like, what should we do? Lethal countermeasure. Just like, no, we're not killing anybody. We're not killers. And at the end of the movie, he's going to spike him in the fucking eye. And he's like, why'd you stop me? He's like, hi, man, we're not killers. And I'm like, I like this. I liked all the weapons that he pulled out of it. I liked when they're like, all right, cool. What can we do? It was in Young Justice. That's probably another thing. He had like that staple gun where he's like fucking sticking people to the walls and shit.
Yeah.
He had that. He had like the sonic blasters. I liked the one time it just like turned into like a fucking cannon. He's like, no, non-lethal. And then turned the sonic blast like, yeah. And it was like mega bustering people. I liked that he had sword arms. And it was in the trailer. It was like, when he like stuck them together and made the fucking Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII.
That sword?
That was sweet.
Sweet.
And then he was doing some moves with it, which I'm assuming the suit was aiding him in. It was good.
Unless he
just knows how to use a sword and do like fucking forward spins with a big ass sword. I liked it. I thought it was cool.
He may not know karate.
What does he know?
Crazy.
There it is.
I stole that from you.
Yeah. I don't know where I stole it from.
I got it.
But I like the laser wing shields. I thought that was cool when he was blocking his family from getting shot. It was in the trailer when he like cut the bus in half with it. Yeah. I liked his suit and his powers. I thought it looked cool.
Yeah.
It reminded me like kind of like a little bit of like Deadpool, a little bit of Iron Man. I liked it.
A little bit country,
like
a little bit rock and roll.
A little bit Donnie and Marie.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I thought
tired.
Like to compare it to other like superhero suits we've seen in the movies, it had like the techie aspects of Iron Man's suit with the like organic looking mask of Deadpool stuff. I liked it. I liked it, like, burned his clothes off every time. I thought that was an interesting layer to it.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like it.
It's wildly impractical.
Because he's naked every time?
Apparently.
It's like the Hulk.
Yeah.
You're naked every time?
But the Hulk eventually had those pants that would survive.
Okay, but his burns up.
Yeah.
So, like, he's got to go to Edna Mode to get some...
Ooh, yes. if there's somebody... I don't know if DC has someone like that, because we've seen somebody like that in Marvel.
Yes, we have.
She-Hulk, we saw the guy who made Daredevil's suit, and then we saw the guy in LA who made, like, also Daredevil's suit. His yellow suit and She-Hulk stuff, and like other people, apparently villains included. Yeah, I don't know if there's somebody like that for DC, but if they do, give them some screen time.
But it burned up, and then so when he went to the Jenny's house at the end, I was like, oh, he's gonna be naked. I was like, okay, I get it.
Maybe, yeah.
He's like, hey, you want me to get you a ride there?
Where we're going, we don't need clothes.
We don't.
Because the suit told him he was getting a boner.
Yeah, and then he stood up.
That was like, funny as shit. He like pulls his shirt down. I was like, that's hilarious.
Listen,
that's funny.
I knew it. I was like, listen, I get it.
I'm gonna guess
you're on a bed with a hot Brazilian girl.
I'm gonna guess that when you kissed her, just a little bit of blood rushed into your penis.
Well,
because a little bit of blood rushed into my penis as well.
Stanley.
Hilarious.
Stanley's like, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah, they kissed in the bed, and I was like, yeah, he got a little chub going.
Yeah, for sure.
Playing a little pocket pool.
Got a little bit more than a chub.
A little pocket pool there,
boy
Sonny. Like, let's go.
She was like, let's go.
I can't get up right now.
Give me a minute.
I don't think I have to tell you why. I can't get up right now. And then at the
end, like Michael, not George Michael. Come on, give me a minute.
Give me a minute. We are ass to elbows back here. Maybe can you hop on up on your cousin's lap there? Bumpy road ahead. What you trying to say to me? Hilarious. I forgot that like no one else.
I forgot about that song.
I forgot that no one else could like hear the voice in his head.
I didn't know that
so
either.
So at the end, he's like detecting blood flow to your like mid region, and she's like, "Not now." What was that? Nothing. But also, it's probably like, you'll find out.
He's like, no. What'd she say?
Nothing. You're gonna find out.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, so we're kind of done with likes. So I was looking through when we were looking at the cast. I was looking through some of the stuff, before we started, I looked at Twitter and I kind of typed in Blue Beetle, which I haven't done in a while. Like watch a movie and then go to Twitter because Twitter's been terrible recently. Even though I'm still on it all the time.
Same.
But anyway, so I typed it in, and someone showed a comic, or like assuming like a cartoon of the Blue Beetle, and the cartoon version of it, you see his eyes and his mouth.
Yeah. And
I was like, I don't know if I like that better or this better. I think I like this one better. But like you said, like he has Deadpool aspect. I wish his mouth moved in this movie, as opposed to like you can like see his chin moving. Yeah, his chin was moving. I wish his mouth kind of moved, not like see his mouth, but like the way Deadpool kind of like, oh, he's wearing a mask, because like that one just looks like his chin is moving because the way the outline of his face is. Yeah. It's like it's almost like his chin is talking. That's what it looked like, and I was like, whatever. But I don't necessarily in movie form want to see it like the way the cartoon is.
Right, like
because the eyes out.
It's just like a mouth like on the front of the mask.
Yeah, I didn't like the eyes because it looks weird in the cartoon. Like not weird, but like in the cartoon it looks fine.
Yeah,
but like in the movie, just like he has a whole. I don't want to call it this, but this is what it is. He has like a whole black face and then just like two cutout eyes. That would be weird.
Yeah. Because it's like a suit. It's not like a mask. It's like a It's like a biological.
And the way it looks in the thing, it looks like it is his skin.
Yeah. As
opposed to like a suit. That's what it looks in the cartoon.
Yeah.
So, but now it would make more sense if it was just a suit. But anyway, and then another thing I saw at the very beginning when the thing was going through space, that it apparently hit a Green Lantern ring.
Yeah, I saw something, but yeah, I did see something about that on IMDb.
I did not see that.
I didn't see it.
Did not. Then I saw the video of it, and I was like, I absolutely missed that. I was like, I missed the shit out of that.
Like, could you actually see like a Green Lantern?
It was just,
or anything,
it was
or
really
just like a green light.
It was like a green light, and it hit each other, and then it stayed green for a minute. The Scarab did, and then it kind of went off and bounced off another planet or something. And I was like, huh. And then the green went away.
I want to see more Lantern stuff in DC going forward.
I mean, you got to do, what are they doing? They said, was it Son of Krypton, or they're doing something first with Superman.
They're doing the whole gods and monsters phase, or whatever the fuck that means.
Oh, is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I didn't hear about that.
And there is going to be a Green Lantern related thing in everything. I think it's like a series. It's going to be like a detective show or something.
Stupid.
Which, whatever.
No,
we'll see.
Don't want it.
Yeah, like
I want to see him on the big screen.
Yeah, just
fighting people.
Yeah, I want to see powers. I want to see the different color rings also.
Same.
Because there's green, yellow, blue, red, orange, black, white.
He needs to be.
Purpley.
Green Lantern needs to be just as respected as Batman, honestly. But to be fair, the way they disrespected him in the DCEU, there it is. I mean, to me, as much as I hate Batman, as much as I like Batman, they disrespect him by not giving him his own movie, especially Ben Affleck. That he was solid, physically as well.
Yes.
He was solid as shit.
Agreed.
But hey, can't talk about spilled milk. Whatever it is, what it is.
I believe him beating ass more than I believe fucking Kilmer or Clooney out there beating ass as Batman in their respective movies.
100%. Or Bale.
Yeah.
Anyway. Dislikes?
I couldn't really come up with any, to be honest.
Okay, I do have one.
Okay.
But you don't have any?
Nothing I wrote down.
Okay.
And there's nothing really springing to mind either.
This is probably, I'm going to say it's a nitpick, but it's something that I kind of noticed. I don't know if it was because I was tired, obviously, but that's just a state of being.
Same.
But when I was watching the fights, I wish it was a little bit clearer. He was moving fast, and I loved the way the Blue Beetle was, but it was kind of really quick.
It was also dark in like every fight scene.
It was kind of dark, and maybe that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But whatever it was too quick. Like they were moving really. It was, and I'm only gonna say it like this just because this is the only way I know the difference. Like I said, so there's Superman and Man of Steel in their fight, super clear, whatever. Then you got the Matrix Revolutions, clear but not as clear as it should have been because Man of Steel got it correct. Matrix Revolutions, not so much. Then you have Transformers, terrible.
Just like big masses of shit clunking together.
Just a whole bunch of metal.
You can't see one from the other.
Nope, you can't distinguish. Later on in the movies, it gets better, but the first like 2 or 3 movies with LaBeouf, terrible. Like there's just like Autobots, and it's like, what just happened? And then all of a sudden there's like oil on the ground, and it's like, oh,
is that the blood?
I think so. Yeah, they do a lot of stuff with the oil. I like it because the one time Prime pulls out this one. I don't know if it's Megatron or the other Screech guy. Starscream?
Yeah.
That's I don't fucking know.
Kills Dustin Diamond.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he has a
in this fucking overalls.
fro. I was about to say something wild, but he has a fro. I don't know why I was about to say that, but wow. Anyway, he has curly hair.
His little perm.
And yeah. Anywho, I'm tired. Maybe I took an Ambien or something.
Oh boy. I'm about to get
the bleeps ready.
I'm about to get demonetized. Yeah, get your finger on the button. I'm gonna have to host our podcast on Fox Radio pretty soon.
But
or on X.
Yeah, but then we got to do all the Gina Carano movies. At least we get to cover the trial. That'll be fun. Anywho, but no, so I think it was in between. It wasn't as bad as Transformers. It wasn't. I don't want to say as bad as Matrix Revolutions, but it was in between Matrix Revolutions and Man of Steel. Like, because they were flying and stuff like this. So because I only have those movies to compare it to because that's what we see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Superman flying and all the other fights in superhero movies, no one's like flying around.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What I'm saying?
Because if they're like on the ground, it's hand-to-hand fighting. It's not like they're rolling over each other in midair and like switching positions and camera angles, like circling them as they're spinning around.
So and even when they were on the ground, it was still kind of like jumbled. And so I just was like, I wish it was just a little bit clearer in that aspect.
The one aspect I do think that I remember that happening, especially, was when they were on the island in the underground tunnel, and he was like, all right, let's go, and like starts fighting them, and his hands just turn into blue lights.
Things, yes.
They just look like blue light.
I think that's when I wrote it down.
It had like lightning going around it.
Yep.
And then after that they turned into like kind of looked like Mjolnir, just like a big like block that he was knocking people out with.
Was sweet.
It was sweet. But like prior to that, I don't know if they were supposed to be like spiky ball things or just like energy balls, but they just looked like blue light balls with like lightning, and I couldn't tell what they were supposed to be. If they were supposed to be anything specific, I was like, I don't know what that is. Didn't ruin it for me, but I was like, he's still beating their asses.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know what that was supposed to be, and I just thought it was kind of dark in a lot of the fights.
I agree.
Because the first time he transforms is daylight, and he flies into space and then comes back. He fights the guy at night the first time, fights the goons underground, fights the guy the last time at night, has to stand up with the police at night.
I guess that's fair. So
it didn't ruin it. I didn't ruin anything by any means. But I was like, why is it just dark? Like, I'd rather, because it didn't look bad. The suit didn't look bad to me.
No, not at all.
So I was like, I don't know why they think if they feel they have to have it to like hide stuff because for being dark. I thought it looked fine. I agree that it was a little unclear sometimes what was going on because they both kind of looked similar, and they both had like a lot of black in their color scheme, and it was dark, and they were like wrestling around.
Yeah.
So I was like, all those things together kind of got a little obscured here and there.
Yeah, I think
I agree.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Like I said, it wasn't that it was terrible. It was just, I wish it was clearer. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Like I said, not bad, but clearer. So, yeah. That's my only dislike. Yeah. I can't think of anything else.
Okay. Well, that brings us to
Slushie Meter.
Okay.
You go first.
Me? Okay. So I don't really have any dislikes for the movie, because I didn't think it was bad. But this for me isn't a case where I'm like, oh, no dislikes, it's got to be a 5.
100% no. I agree with that.
I'd say this movie is a solid 4.
I'm leaning towards a 4 as well. Yeah. I want to watch it again though.
Yeah, like honestly, strongest DC movie I would say since The Batman for me.
Oh, we're including that? Okay.
Like, I just mean like DC made movie, like universe, whatever.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Notwithstanding, because I think I liked it a little more than Black Adam.
Oh, you're okay. So since The Batman,
or that I can think of at least. That I've seen. Because like I
thought you just meant the DC movies and the DCU.
Or let's say that I've seen since then, because I didn't see Flash, didn't see Shazam 2.
Right.
The Suicide Squad wasn't bad.
Okay.
Didn't see Joker.
DCU. Okay. So I'm trying to think.
I was trying to think of ones that we did see. I liked it more than, I know you're gonna hate me, I liked it more than Man of Steel. I liked it more than Batman vs Superman. I liked it more than Suicide Squad, The Suicide Squad, Birds of Prey.
Justice League.
I don't know. Justice League wasn't bad. Justice League was not bad. Like the original one was not bad. The Snyder Cut was better, but it was like 4 hours long.
It was 4 hours, right? Which is, I know, is an issue for a lot of people. For me, not so much.
Aquaman, I liked Aquaman.
Aquaman was good.
But like in recent memory of like the DC movies that have come out and that I've seen, like this is the one that I wanted to see.
Yes.
I was like, oh, if we see Shazam, we see Shazam. If we see the Flash, we see the Flash. I wanted to see this.
I would say at one point you wanted to see the Flash, and then
I was like, just time went on. I was like, I just don't. I think a lot of it had to do with the people talking to me about it or the internet hyping it up. They're like, "Oh, Keaton." I'm like, Keaton's fine.
And
that's
also,
fine. It's not his movie.
It was also, for me, it was Ezra. That's what really killed it.
Also
for me.
Ezra. Like Ezra's, we know Ezra's a known dirtbag.
Yes.
I don't care about Ezra. Like Ezra Miller got to stay.
That was the shitty part.
Ezra Miller got to stay.
Because I was listening to one episode and you're
Everyone
like,
else gets
just
the
bring Gustafsson. Oh, that's not his name.
The TV Flash.
Gustin.
Yeah, Grant Gustin. Yeah,
Gustin.
It's like you could bring him in.
Yeah.
But like of all the people in the DC movies that existed at that time, you kept Ezra Miller.
Yeah, of all the people. And
Jason Momoa. But
and it's possible that I read this somewhere that he could still come back.
Who?
Ezra. That's what I read. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know what happened in the Flash movie, so I don't know if they're coming back. I don't know if they live, die, whatever. I'm not surprised by that because if they didn't drop them now, they're not going to drop them.
No, for sure now.
If they don't get dropped yet, DC's not going to, Warner Brothers, whoever, they're not going to drop them at this point.
Warner Brothers are stupid. James
They
Gunn
are
is dumb.
in for a penny, in for a pound at this point, it seems. If they are replaced, that would be a huge shock to me, but I don't see it happening.
They're terrible people.
They don't seem like a nice person. But this movie, I really wanted to see and was excited to see, and I'm glad we got to see it because, like, when you looked last week, like, oh, let's go see it. They're not showing it.
Yeah,
I was like, I was like, this is why people don't like the DC movies as much.
Yeah,
they take them out of theaters, but it was just error with the Cinemark because I looked to you, like, oh, it's my connection. I looked too, like, hey, your connection.
Yeah, when you're like,
it's not there. Because the only theaters that were showing for today, prior to like 2 days ago, was in like Fallen Timbers. And I'm like, I don't want to drive to fucking Fallen Timbers to see any. I would have driven to Fallen Timbers to see Ninja Turtles if I had to.
Yeah,
but like this, as much as I did want to see it, it's not Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
This movie's a 4. Good movie.
I'm gonna say 4 as well.
Yeah, I like it. I hope they get to bring the character back in the future.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
I will say the one thing I didn't like, it's probably because I saw it so many times, was the bus scene.
Yeah, that was everywhere. That was in literally everything.
Yeah, I don't know if I didn't like it because I saw it so much or because it didn't matter.
Yeah.
I think it's because it didn't matter and it was like very...
I saw a good bus get cut in half cooler in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Also.
And also, there was no one in it. That was, I think that
like
was...
no one of importance.
Yeah, well, no one was in it, I don't think.
No, there are people in it.
Not in Multiverse of Madness.
No.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. But in this one, there were people in it. And to me, and I know, he's a hero, but at the time, he didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
And he wasn't controlling it. But for me, I just don't. It seemed a little lack of care.
Yeah.
And I know I probably shouldn't be that harsh about it, but he's a hero. I am going to be harsh about it because people are super harsh about Superman, especially like Man of Steel, like, oh, crashing the buildings, even though it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, it's like he was getting like thrown into the buildings.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So it's not like he was like knocking buildings down. It was like the fucking Hawk.
I can admit it.
Yeah. So I was like, it wasn't like the Hawk, just like the Hawk smashing everything, whatever. Yeah. So that to me, it's just like, it's a little bit of not caring, but is that the Scarab or is that him? It wasn't him. It was the Scarab, and it was like cutting the bus when you can fly.
Cord Industries will pay to replace that bus.
Yeah. But like, if you can fly away.
Right.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
Just stand there and put your shield up and let the bus hit you.
Yeah. To me. And so I just was like, I don't know if I don't like it because of... So it wasn't a dislike, but every time I saw it, and then when I saw it this time, I was like... And then the bus just like... Also, it didn't fall over. I was like, how's it standing up? But okay. Because, I mean, at that point, it's just on 2 wheels.
Yeah.
Like this. And that's not how physics work.
You didn't think so.
So, again,
also,
nitpicking.
Also, one half of that bus got hit by a car and it still didn't fall over.
Okay, same. Also,
to be fair.
Same. So, and I'm surprised no one got cut in half. Like, there's a lot of things that should have happened.
Yeah, no one was standing on that bus.
Somebody would have died.
Everyone had a seat.
Yeah, somebody should have died.
No one was hand to hand fighting on that bus. Like in Shang-Chi.
Yeah, right.
Like a nobody.
There was no other laser person on that bus with a laser arm.
No, with a knife hand.
Yeah. But either who.
Keanu Reeves wasn't on that bus.
Right.
About to get bullied.
Wildcat wasn't on the bus? Yeah, damn it. Hot shot. Pop quiz, hot shot.
Hot quiz, pop shot.
But either way, that was Blue Beetle.
Yes.
4s all around.
Yeah, good movie.
Next new movie is probably going to be the Marvels, right?
Like theater movie?
I think so.
Probably.
Is that it? That's November. That's like 3 months from now.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So we
That's
can
fine.
so we can kick it
Saving up some money.
kick it at home.
Yeah. We still got to watch I Love You, Man.
Yes.
We should probably watch The Flash, I guess.
I just looked. It's supposed to hit the 26th, which is or the 25th, which is like tomorrow
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
on Max. So we could do that.
Tomorrow? No.
No, well, at some point. At some point, it's there. We could do that one.
For now.
Yeah. No, I don't want people to watch it.
What about Shazam 2?
I could watch it.
Yeah, same.
I could drag myself to watch it.
Yeah, on my own TV. Right.
Yeah. That's the thing. I feel like because I wasn't super hyped to see it, I don't want to be overly mean to the movie.
But I will be.
But I might be if it deserves
I'm
it.
definitely gonna be.
I might be if it deserves it.
Because like no one was talking about it. Like it didn't need the high. Like here's the thing about Marvel. People hate it, but they still be talking about it.
Yeah.
Like I know you hate Multiverse of Madness and Ant-Man Quantumanium.
Apparently.
And you know what people don't talk about? I just thought about this today. Wakanda Forever.
Who hates Multiverse of Madness?
Everybody does.
They
Everybody
did? I thought
Yes.
everybody liked that when it came out.
No.
What was not to like?
They don't like what happened with Wanda. They literally, people are arguing on the internet till this day. They're like, well, what they did with Wanda was stupid. Why did she just go crazy all of a sudden? She wasn't crazy in WandaVision.
We did talk about that.
Yeah.
Yes, she was crazy by the end of it. It was her mental illness that caused it.
It was in the Darkhold.
It was her like trauma that caused her to take a fucking town hostage because she killed her husband at the time, basically husband.
Yes.
Killed him.
Reverse
time got rewound, so she still killed him. She knew that she killed him. She still had to live with that, and then watched him be murdered.
Then watched him be murdered. Then she got snapped. Came back. Vision didn't get a funeral.
He didn't get brought back.
So then she had to go see him dead.
Yeah.
And then brought him back.
And she got to beat up the guy who killed her husband a little bit, but she didn't get to finish him off.
Right. And then what? What therapy did she go to?
Then she went to fucking New Jersey and took a whole city hostage.
In the house that her and him bought. And took a whole city hostage. They didn't want to be hostage because that's how hostages work.
Yeah.
And then started studying the Darkhold, which changes your mental state, which is what they stated in the movie.
Yep.
And everybody's like, "This doesn't make any sense. She would never do this. What are you based on what?"
Well, she's done it.
And she did it.
In the comics, she erases all of mutants from existence. Well, not all. Like 90% of mutants get erased because she just says the words "no more mutants."
Damn.
And like the bulk of mutants in the world was erased or killed or whatever the fuck they did with them, and like they just weren't being born. I think even after that for a while. Wow. So she's done some fucked up stuff. Like just because she was a hero, let's be fair, she kind of started out as a villain in the MCU. Because she was
villain
villain
protagonist.
Yeah, because she wasn't on the same side as Iron Man at the start of the movie, and in her eyes, she wasn't a villain because she was going after the guy who killed her family, even though it wasn't him directly. His company killed her family.
But then she became Zangief,
and then she realized that she wasn't getting paid to be a bad guy.
I was thinking the same thing when you said it.
And they both wear a lot of red. So it worked out.
Same.
Yeah. So
same haircut. Same chest hair.
Yeah, I do. And shins. The shins also. I mean, I had hairy shins and forearms, if I remember right. But yeah, like, I do remember that now that people didn't like Multiverse of Madness after the fact.
Yeah. I just thought about this today because I've been listening to the old episodes. Literally, it said. I was thinking about it because I just listened to Wakanda Forever. No one talks shit about that movie.
And do you think it's because they're trying to be respectful about Chadwick Boseman, or do you think it's because they just don't want to be like, I didn't like Black Panther because Because why?
I don't know. I just haven't seen the discourse because think about it. Like, I tagged you in the post about Thor. Thor came out far before
and people are still
most of those movies. Before Ant-Man.
People are still complaining about it.
Yeah. So, but like, Wakanda Forever?
That was another one of those movies, like, aside from the Angela Bassett Oscar debate, aside from that, there wasn't a whole lot of talk about that movie. Yeah. And I wonder if that was because people, quote, didn't like it, or if it was out of respect to the actor who actually died, or what it was. Or if people just didn't want to fight.
The only thing I saw people talking about it when it came out was Shuri being Black Panther, but then after that,
because when the first one came out, the only thing I remember people talking about was that end fight scene. I was like, that was a mess. Yeah, it was terrible, and it almost ruined the movie. I'm like, whatever, man.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
If you want to not see,
I saw other stuff too, but that was just white people being,
If you want to not see a big CG fight scene, go to not a comic book movie.
Or high fantasy.
Or a sci-fi movie, or a fantasy movie, or most action blockbuster movies nowadays, I'm guessing. Because I'm guessing Vin Diesel's old ass ain't jumping out of cars and doing his own fight scenes and shit. So it's probably either stunts or CG.
He never was.
There you go. You want to see a movie that doesn't use effects? Go see fucking Oppenheimer and tell me how boring it is. Because that movie has to be boring.
So there was this TikTok and it was religious based, and I knew
that's always a barrel of laughs.
So apparently she was talking about how they went to the movies and her husband apparently is a recovering sex addict or something.
What?
I don't know. Chris can't even tell you. But they were like, somebody asked her like, how do you guys go to movies? It's like, oh, you saw Oppenheimer. How'd you sit through that movie? Blah, blah. She was like, oh, he closed his eyes and rested his head on my shoulder so he didn't have to look. And I was like, she was like, I thought that there was a one scene with her being naked in it, but it was actually a couple different scenes of her being naked in it. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Why don't we want to see it? That's when I found out that like apparently he had a sex addiction. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I went to the comments and someone's like, that's what you had a problem with? And I'm like, well, yeah, it's weird that you have a problem with that. It's weird that he turned his head and closed his eyes for a movie that you knew had. Why would you go see a movie when you knew
that was everyone's selling point?
Right.
Not everyone's, but that was a lot of people's selling points was all the sex and nudity. And like,
let me tell you what I didn't know.
Doesn't make it interesting.
Somebody was like, it's weird that that's a problem for people. And I was like, yeah, I think it's weird too because it's just boobs. But that wasn't their point. That was my point, right? Their point was, they were like, I think it's weird that people have a problem with that. They didn't have a problem with her killing herself. And I was like, wait, what happened? And then I was reading comments and somebody was like, wait, she killed herself? I was like, yeah, she committed suicide. Florence Pugh's character committed suicide at the end of the movie. I was like, huh. What? They were like, yes. I was like, oh my God. She didn't even talk about that. Wait a minute. This is a Christian woman talking about boobs. You're mad at boobs, but there's suicide in the movie? There's also murder in the movie. Excuse me. But there's suicide in the movie?
Hey, people have their things.
Either way. I do want to go see Barbie, though. I don't know if I want to go see it, but I do want to see it.
I've heard it was really good.
I've heard it was really good too.
Jacob told me it was really good. He's told me, he's like, between those two movies, you would like Barbie more. And I was like, oh, of course I would, because I don't like boring movies.
Yeah, same. Also, same.
Because I'm sure he didn't mean it as an insult, and I didn't take it as such.
Same.
But I know some people are like, oh, well, Oppenheimer's like the smarter movie of the two, so of course you'd like Barbie. Like, first off, those two movies could not be more different, and that's fine. And I don't give a shit about the Barbenheimer or whatever. Oh, two great things. Go see them. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. One of them looks like way more fun and entertainment.
Same.
Versus like, oh, this is about yet another movie about World War II.
World War II, baby.
It's the only one we won. Hasn't that run dry yet?
No, it's the only one we won.
No wonder they want to keep fucking talking about it.
Yeah, it's the only one we won. That's the only we won since then. What's the one we won?
Iraq. Oh, wait. Vietnam, no. Not Korea.
What about the Gulf?
No.
The one on drugs?
No.
No.
We haven't even won
Terrorism?
we haven't even won the Cola Wars. I don't want to fucking hear about it.
We haven't won the Star Wars,
Nope.
okay? We can't even agree on Star Wars.
No.
Let alone actual
Yeah,
wars.
between those two, I was like, of course I'd rather
Yeah.
see Barbie.
Same.
The fuck do I care about Cillian Murphy not being the Scarecrow? I don't give a shit.
Also, same.
I don't give a shit.
What do I care about Robert Downey Jr. not being Iron Man?
being Iron Man. And then apparently he was like, "Oh, it's the best movie I've ever been." And I'm like, "To you,
Congrats.
to you,
Yeah. Congrats.
maybe for you,
Did you have an arc reactor in your chest?
right?"
Did you build it in a cave?
Like, I saw all the Iron Mans. I saw all the Avengers. I saw Back to School with him in it. I know.
Like, listen,
Sorry.
if I don't see, what's his name? If I don't see the fucking dude asking Cillian Murphy if he built the atomic bomb in a cave,
Jeff Bridges,
Jeff Bridges, the dude,
the dude. Yes.
I don't want it. Did you see that video I shared about the dude? And
Yes, I loved it. When he took that sweater
Yeah.
out, John Goodman looked so fucking happy.
because he opened the briefcase, he's like, oh.
I liked it. I love that. That movie is so funny to me.
Never seen the movie, but I knew.
I know you said you've never seen it,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure you also said like you don't care to see it. Fair.
I mean, but I know you want to watch it.
I get
I
it.
can watch it.
That movie's funny to me. I like.
Do you own it?
Yes.
Oh, we should watch it.
You don't have to.
No. It was on your list.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Okay.
But no, I saw that, and I saw it yesterday, and I shared it because I knew you'd like it.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, let me share this real quick, and whatever. But yeah, I thought it was funny. And then he took a knee. I was like, I like this. This is cool.
He's like, he's a good actor, good man. John Goodman.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he's like.
I didn't hear
he's
any
like,
of
he's
that.
like, good actor, good man, John Goodman.
Didn't even care because I was just like, oh, cool. Saw him take out the thing, and I was like,
I think that's where the video ended. It was like those two things
Oh,
he
really?
says. I'm assuming there was more speech, or maybe there wasn't.
I
But that was it that I saw.
literally shared it and scrolled.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what else. I don't care either because I don't care about speeches unless I'm doing the speech. Anyway, I guess we can be done.
Okay. Yeah. 4.
That was it.
I'd
Blue
go see
Beetle.
it.
Go check it out.
Yeah. Why not?
Check us out on all the things.
What else are you gonna go see? Fucking Oppenheimer.
Yeah, there was nothing
Like-
really else at the movies. There's a scary movie that Lydia and Vanessa wouldn't go saw. They also saw Barbie. They said it was really good.
Which scary movie did they go see?
Talk to Me or something.
Oh.
It's the
Okay.
only one that's out right now, I think. Yeah, there hasn't really been a lot of movies out recently.
Ooh, are we gonna go see A Haunting in Venice? Because that's the Poirot movie.
There's a what?
That's the Hercule Poirot.
Oh,
movie.
is that what that was
Yeah.
called? So, okay,
Yeah.
let me tell you something, Chris.
Yeah.
When you said it, you were like, ooh. I was like, Chris, what
Yeah,
are you
yeah. You were like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
I was like-
literally thought you were joking. I didn't know that's what it
No,
was called.
yeah, that's the one.
I didn't know that's what it was
Yeah,
called.
I think that comes out next month.
Yes, I definitely want to go see it. It comes out the 25th. 100%. I
do it.
didn't know that's what it was
Let's
called.
do it. Yeah. Because
So-
I think the gimmick in that one is like there's murders and they're not sure if there's
If
ghosts
there's like
involved.
a ghost or
yeah.
something. Yes, which is great.
Yeah.
He's going to unmask
I
him
hope
like
it doesn't-
Scooby
I hope it
Doo.
doesn't scare me.
He's going to unmask somebody like Scooby Doo. It has to happen.
Maybe. Yeah.
If he doesn't, I'm going to send it back.
Or it's going to be the ghost of Book is the killer.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, do we want to go see that? 'Cause
Yes,
I'm down
I
to see
definitely
that.
want to go see it. I
Okay.
definitely want to go see it.
Okay,
But-
yeah, so we got something to see then, yeah.
But I literally thought it was just like
Like
a
a
random
ghost
scary
movie?
movie.
No, not me.
You were like Haunting in Venice, and I was like,
no,
yeah,
not
okay,
I.
you
Yeah,
idiot.
because you're like, yeah, okay, and I was like, did I make Keith mad? What did I do?
I had no idea. So when you said it just now, again, I had the same appetite. You were like, Haunting in Venice, we go see that? No,
No,
Chris.
of course
Why
not.
do you keep? Shut up about the sun.
What is it with you in this movie that you are you in it? Do you have a writing credit? What's going on? I'm gonna point my name out in the credits.
We should go see it. Why? I don't know.
I worked craft services on the set. I made a lot of sandwiches.
Everybody's got a gimmick. God damn. Chris, I had no idea that was what it was called.
I'm down to go see
I
it.
literally saw that it was Perot in the movie, and I clicked on the trailer, watched the trailer, didn't care.
Didn't even see the name of it.
Didn't see the name.
Nice.
and I just thought it was. I don't know what I thought it was called. Honestly, that's funny, Chris. That is hilarious.
Hercule Poirot rides again.
You are hilarious because I had no idea. I apologize because
no, not necessary.
I was like, why do you keep talking about this goddamn movie that you're not going to see? Because I'm like, it's a scary movie. I know you don't like scary movies.
I know you're a bitch. You're not going to go see that fucking movie.
That's why I was like,
you know, ghosts scare me and that kind of shit freaks me out.
I was like, yo, talk to me. It was a scary movie. You're like, Haunting in Venice. We were talking about another scary movie. Yeah. So in my head, I'm like,
that's what reminded me.
We're talking about a scary movie.
No.
Bring up another scary movie.
No, idiot. You don't want to go see that.
It's like I'm telling a kid, that's hot. It's okay. It's gonna.
This is how you eat it.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, son. I really think that, son. All right, I'm done.
My tum-tum. That'd be me watching a scary movie. It would hurt my tum-tum.
God damn it, I had no idea. Okay. Just do the things. And we'll see you at the scary movie Haunting in Venice. Oh no. It was a show about a spy.
Because they were mummies. Oh no.
I just realized
I just realized what you're doing. Alias is a show.
That's what I was talking about. I just realized you were talking about Kevin. Yes. God damn it. Shut up, bitch. Or whatever. Bitch. You don't even know my name.
That's her kid.
Alright, that was just a mashup of 3 TV shows for no reason.
Good ones, yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Did I ever tell you that there's some people who haven't seen seasons 8 and 9?
Of The Office?
Yeah.
I believe it.
And I love these people. Idiots. No.
Okay.
We wouldn't be married, Chris. Come on now. We wouldn't be married. I don't know if Vanessa's seen them too.
Okay.
Yeah. She wouldn't be living here.
Nope.
No. But no, Kevin on stage, he hasn't seen 8 or 9. He was like, "Oh, after Steve left, I just kind of checked out." I was like,
"Still good."
It
means you didn't see California. You didn't see D'Angelo. You didn't see D'Angelo go crazy. You didn't see Robert California. You didn't see Color Code Set Documents. You didn't see Between the Wads and the Offs. You didn't see Kathy. Well, saw some Kathy Bates. You didn't see more Kathy Bates. You didn't see.
Yeah, same. Andy on the boat.
Yeah, you didn't get to see piece of shit Andy. Oh.
Remember me as the one who pulled down the screen.
You didn't get to see him scream in the eye wash. You didn't get to see.
You didn't get to see the dinner party.
You didn't get to see the garden party. Yeah.
That's
Josh Groban. Isn't that who that was?
Bye,
Pam. Bye, Tuna. Yeah, you didn't get to see all that. There's good stuff in those seasons. There's a lot of meat on that bone. Take that home, add some broth, a potato. Baby, got 2 seasons of The Office going.
What's your kid's name? Pee-Pee? Peep-Up.
Peep-Up, yes.
We weren't really getting to small talk.
Yeah, you didn't get to see Dwight's wedding. You get to see Michael come back.
Listen, that's what I said. Literally 2 weeks ago, he was talking about it on a podcast. He was like, yeah, blah, blah, The Office, blah, blah. I literally commented on his YouTube channel, and I was like, you missed out because, and I said the same thing. I was like, you missed this, you missed this, you missed this. I was like, also, while we're on this topic about you missing stuff, you've also missed how Falcon and Winter Soldier introduced Bradley, who was the first Captain America. You also missed What If, which talked about Doctor Strange, and that's why you were confused on Multiverse of Madness, because he said he was confused. Because again, I watch him every single podcast he does, so I watch him, and he talks about how he was confused in Multiverse of Madness. I was like, also, you missed out on She-Hulk. You also missed out on Ms. Marvel, so you don't know what's going to happen in November. I laid into that motherfucker because I love the guy, but he's like, it's too much, and I'm like. And then I was like, got on a little soapbox. I was like, you're conforming to this white hetero male stereotype where all you want to see is just the white males be white males up in the superhero category, and you aren't giving room for anybody else because you're like, oh, it's boring. Stick around.
even if you don't want to watch the whole series, there's recaps of everything nowadays.
Also,
like,
that too.
And
he does that.
Like
Him and his
summary.
sons.
Yeah,
he has two sons.
You can watch like probably a half-an-hour YouTube video and catch up on most of
Everything.
the series that you didn't watch.
He watches one of the popular channels, Powers Comics something. I don't know. I don't watch them, so I don't know what he's talking about. But he says after every movie, him and his both sons, because one of his sons is 17 or 18, and his other son is 13, and he said after every movie they go and watch those together. Every Marvel movie, whatever, and every Marvel show. But if he doesn't watch it, he doesn't go watch them. So that's my thing. I'm like, bro, you're missing out. Like there's stuff you don't even know about. So when they start talking about these movies, like, oh, I didn't even know this. I didn't know this.
The information's there.
It's like Birdman. He was like, he said this. Marvel is interconnected. So if you miss something, that's on you. Not. He's like, it's interconnected.
Yeah.
Just because you don't want to watch a show, that's on you though, not Marvel.
Yeah. Because
it's interconnected.
If a character shows up in a movie that you've never seen before in a movie, but they were in a show and you didn't watch the show, yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
That's your fault.
It was Elaine Bennis. Mm-hmm. And the guy was like, who's this? I was watching Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Mm-hmm. He was like, where does she come from? Blah, blah, blah. He was like,
Falcon Winter Soldier, bitch.
He was like, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, let's take the shows out of it. You're being disingenuous to your audience because she was in another movie you did, fucking Black Widow, you asshole. He's like, you're being disingenuous to your audience, and your audience.
Yeah, she was at the end. She was in the credit scene.
And then he showed the clip of him doing it when she was in it. He was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. He was like, oh, now she's going to hunt Hawkeye, even though Black Widow never mentioned her sister in any of the movies. So now we're going to be lost on that. And I'm like, that doesn't matter. And so Birdman was like, you send this scene where she shows up, so you know who she is without the shows. So at the end of the day, you're being disingenuous to your audience, and since you have 10 million subscribers, or however many they have, 10 or 5 million subscribers, now those 5-10 million people are on the internet like, yeah, we're going to just espouse all the stuff Cinema Sins is talking about because he knows what he's talking about. And so now I have people coming to my comments acting like I don't know what I'm talking about, and I read comics. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I'm like, thank you, sir. I'm like, exactly. That's why he's had to, like I told you, he doesn't like a couple of the movies, or not like them, right, but like he has gripes with them. But he also just made like 3 videos over the past like 3-4 months where he had to defend them Marvel. He's like,
yeah, I remember you telling me about the
like,
Ragnarok, or the Love and Thunder one, about like the comic accurate panel shots and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and he's like, I gotta defend it because you guys are being dumb. Or like the Love and Thunder, he's like, you guys love Ragnarok, which was just as funny, and they have the same comedy beats as it does, the same amount. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, boy. Either way, this has been Keith.
And Chris.
And we'll see you tomorrow night.
Your
bacon, egg, and cheese.